Okay, welcome to Max Payne 1. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Part 2 especially. Part 2 is in my top 5 of all time. And then they make a Part 3, which is alright. Max Payne spawned 2 sequels. Max Payne 1 came out in 2001, 2 came out in 2003, and then 3 came out in 2011 or 12. It also spawned a mediocre movie in 2008 starring Mark Wahlberg that was very loosely based on the events of this first game. Very loosely. Sam Lake wrote 1 and 2 and created the game. He did not write 3. 3 was written by Dan Houser, who along with his brother Sam are the lead writers for Rockstar. So it's written by the guy who co-wrote the Grand Theft Auto games and Red Dead Redemption and all that. Let's see. Different actor played Max in all of his versions physically. He's voice acted by James McCaffrey, who also did the physical acting for him in Part 3. In the first one, due to budgetary reasons, he was played by the series creator and writer Sam Lake. In 2, he was replaced. I can't remember the guy's name, but they got an actual professional actor to play him in 2. And then James McCaffrey, his voice actor, played him in 3. All the major characters in the first game are physically played by somebody else in the second game. Now the reason for that was budgetary reasons. They didn't have a lot of money when the first game came out, so they threw everything into development, and that's why Sam Lake plays Max in this one. By 2, because of how much money Max Payne 1 had made, they were able to hire actual actors / models to play all the characters for the cutscenes and motion capture for the second one. But anyways, I digress. Let us get into the game.
Standby, 1010, investigated reported disturbance at Acer Plaza.
10-4 dispatcher, verify address.
It's Acer Plaza, repeat, Acer Plaza.
Shots fired on the rooftop. An assault in progress at Acer Plaza. Repeat, an assault in progress.
That was the World Trade Center in the background there.
Officer in danger! Officer in danger!
10-5, please repeat. 10-5, all units, emergency. Officer in danger, Acer Plaza, repeat. Acer Plaza, all units.
They were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger, and then it was over. To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the pain started. I was still on the force back then. NYPD, Manhattan, Midtown North Precinct, Hell's Kitchen.
So when are you coming to work for me, Detective Payne?
You'd make me work undercover in some hellhole. Sorry, Alex. Michelle and the baby come first. See? My last smoke. It's bad for the baby.
That's you, Max. A regular Boy Scout.
See, Alex.
You're still on for poker Thursday night, right?
Like taking candy from a baby. Life was good. Sun setting on a sweet summer's day. Smell of freshly mowed lawns. Sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true. Honey, I'm home. But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practiced bravado. Twilight crawled across the sky, laden with foreboding. Michelle? Honey, anybody home? I didn't like the way the show started. They'd given me the best seat in the house. Front row center.
So when it says 3 years ago, this is 1998. You know, the first two games, all the cutscenes were done graphic novel style. They kind of changed that for Max Payne 3. Which, again, Sam Lake had no connection with, aside from writing some tie-in graphic novels to bridge the gap between 2 and 3. Anyways, just give me a second to get
What the hell?
controls down. Oh yeah, V. I'm trying to remember what is used in this game because it's apparently not E. All the games have somewhat different controls. Yeah, World Trade Center. So the first game takes place in 2001, but it was obviously made and I believe released barely prior to 9/11. Space is jump. Use should be E. It wasn't giving me anything. Bullet time combo. Bullet time only should touch only. Bullet time was the became popular with the Matrix a couple years before, but this was the first game that really did it. It's one of the selling points of the game, so I can't do it now because I'm not armed. Okay, I swear I pressed. There we go.
Something ugly had been tattooed on the wall. A map of things to come. It was a poison syringe, a magic tag full of diabolical meanings. Listen, someone's broken into my house. Call 911.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to...
Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Who is this? Hello?
Okay, cool. I honestly forgotten about that, so... Okay, so I got my Beretta now. So... Shoot dodge. Bullet time. And then, in this one, if you stand still, it's the same button for regular bullet time and shoot dodging. If you stand still and press the button, you'll do it without jumping. But I pressed the button again, so I jumped while I was moving. They improve it a lot in Max Payne 2. Max Payne 2 has amazing bullet time, but Max Payne 3 was a really big downgrade from the bullet time in 2. Let's put it that way. Max Payne 3 probably had the worst shoot dodging. Hero cops. Crawl.
Michelle!
It's coming.
Freeze! NYPD, drop it!
Coming! I'm gonna hurt you.
No, please God, no.
The flesh of fallen angels!
No, God, no, please, Michelle. Oh, baby.
was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute. The killer junkies had been high on a previously unknown designer drug, Valkyr, V. After the funeral, I told Alex I'd be transferring to the DEA. It took us 3 long years to get a break in the Valkyr case. Then, finally, 2 months ago, a dime dropper tipped us off that Jack Lupino, a mob boss in the Punchinello crime family, was trafficking. I went undercover, infiltrated the worst mafia family in New York.
Alright, that's the end of the prologue. We'll see you back here soon.